So, in continuation of our conversation, as I said, now I want to take the time out to get to know you on a personal level.
Okay.
Right? So, when it came to creativity as a whole, what would you say was your very first creative venture?
Like going back to when I was a kid and all that.
Yeah, let's go back to a kid for right now. Like, what stimulated that curiosity with that creativity?
I think my parents just like they put like watercolors and like a easel in front of me when I was like 3 or 4 or something like that.
Yeah.
So I think that's like what kind of started it. But like what I really remember is like I had this like notebook that I would draw on all the time, and I would like create these characters and write these different stories and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Either tied to the characters or their own things separate. I wish I still had that notebook, but
Yeah.
I do remember like I had a notebook and I filled it entirely. It was like 120 page, 200 page, something like that, and I just filled it entirely with all these little drawings of characters and stuff like that. So that's like the very first like thing I like truly remember like really being like locked into like being creative and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So when it came to the characters, was it based upon, would you say, your pure imagination or just like what you've seen around you in your surroundings? Or both?
I think it was a little bit of both. You know, I think I think at that time I was just like processing all like, cause I grew up with like Ninja Turtles. Like I'm older, so I grew up with like Ninja Turtles and that was like Ninja Turtles was like a big one for me. And then like later on it was like, God, what else did I like? I liked X-Men. I liked all that kind of stuff. Like all those '90s cartoons, I liked a lot. But I think like I just like kind of like saw what superheroes could be, and I just like kind of started to create like my own superheroes and stuff like that.
Do you remember your very first superhero?
No. No, the notebook's gone, so I can't even reference it anymore, unfortunately. But yeah, I do remember they were all like sort of like heroes or mutants or like some sort of thing like that, because I was just very, very tied to like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and X-Men, and, you know, Power Rangers sometimes too.
Nice.
Yeah. So
I'm about to ask a crazy question, so bear with me.
Yeah.
So you know how like they'll say like memory, with your senses, like scent triggers memory, right? So you know how like you could smell something and it brings up a childhood memory.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a creation, post notebook to where you couldn't find it anymore? To where you had a creation of where it reminded you of the notebook itself or that time period where you're like, whoa, this is very similar to the superheroes and the characters I first started creating. Have you ever had that moment?
Yeah. I think like sometimes when I draw full body characters, I see it still.
Yeah.
Especially like the more muscly ones. Like when I draw like a muscly character, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's like, this reminds me of stuff that I used to draw when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
Like pre 10 years old, stuff like that.
Nice.
Yeah, so I think that there's moments where it's like I still am tapping into that inner child.
Yeah.
And I still am tapping into like that same kid who created that notebook.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So when it comes to like Kid Blaine, right?
Yeah.
I know you didn't just stick with watercolors.
Yeah, no.
So I know there was like a transitional period. So what would you say when that started for you, as far as like when you started venturing outside of watercolors and the pieces and parts your parents gave you? When would you say you kind of just started figuring it out for yourself outside of like home, in a sense?
Yeah. I think like the notebook like kind of was like, that was like the first time I really drew with like pencil.
Yeah.
And then like I think like my lines were always like super strong, and I didn't really learn how to like sketch, so it's like then I just started, and people were like, oh, like I was always having a hard time erasing with the pencil, so it's like I just moved to more permanent mediums, and I just like started to like use pen and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't think I went back to paint I mean, I would paint every once in a while and stuff like that, but I don't think I ever went back to paint once I kind of discovered that I could just like have a notebook and get out a lot of my ideas quick
Yeah.
and like kind of always be drawing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that fully answers the question.
No, it
but-
does.
Okay.
How did you move to permanent mediums without increasing your anxiety, right? Because it's like, of course, outside looking in, it's easy to be like, well, what if I mess up? What if I mess
Yeah,
up, right?
yeah.
So how does that apply to your creations of having permanent mediums? And even if you mess up, do you like play it off or kind of just draw on top of it? How does that work out for you?
I kind of either play it off or draw on top of it. I think
Yeah.
I think permanent mediums have like I said, like they've always stuck with me. I think because it was just about getting my ideas out quickly. And it's like when I did use like erasable mediums, I was not erasing that much anyway. And when I did erase, you'd still see the line because I'm like pressing so hard.
Yeah.
I wanted it to be permanent. I wanted it to be a thick line, you know. Because I just had such a like belief in like this is how it should look.
Yeah.
And there's been other times in my life where it's like I obviously learned how to like sketch and draw stuff lighter and stuff like that, and kind of do things more of like accurate to like life and stuff like that. And I went through that period in like high school and college of like learning that because it was like required. And at the time, it's like I kind of thought of it as like, yeah, I'm learning and this is cool that I'm learning, but also this is kind of just a requirement. Like I kind of want to just get back to like how I create, you know.
For sure.
But I did learn a lot and it did help me a lot. But I think the goal for me was always just like get permanent medium stuck with me because it's just like get this idea out and this is how it is and this is what I want it to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in young Blaine getting these ideas out, starting off with watercolor and venturing off to different creative mediums, especially the permanent mediums, right?
Yeah.
What would you say bring us into when Cool Boy 36 was finally introduced to you?
Okay, so I guess Cool Boy kind of like started in Greensboro. So before it was Cool Boy 36, it was Cool Boy, and I was like tagging it around a little bit, just like with paint marker with my friends, like just something I wanted to do. And it was like kind of like this like tongue-in-cheek thing where it's like I never felt like cool, and it was like kind of just like me manifesting myself into being this cool person. And it was like kind of like also play on like I remember in the 90s there was like the Tommy Boy jeans, like stuff like that. So it's like kind of like a play on like the Tommy Hilfiger like Tommy Boy thing too. So it's like it's like kind of like a play of those two things. There's also a song that I heard at that time period by this like weird avant-garde band called Sex Worker that has a song called Cool Boy.
Yeah.
And the chorus was like they just like kind of like this haunting like Sam saying Cool Boy Rebel over and over again. So it's like all these sort of things like kind of culminated and kind of created this entity.
Yeah.
And then like later on, I tried a bunch of different brand names out while I was still tagging as Cool Boy, like when I was in college. But then like I was just like, why don't I just use a Cool Boy thing? And I was like kind of influenced by like Shepard Fairey and how he kind of just made Obey a clothing brand.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, it's like, oh, this just makes sense. Like, I haven't like tagged this too much.
Right.
Like, I don't know if I don't think I'm like hype enough in like the tagging graffiti world to get in any trouble. So it's like a good time I can just switch it over and call it Cool Boy 36 and like, but it was just always just about manifesting like this idea in my head that like I thought I was really cool, but I don't think I felt I was really accepted as being really cool, like outside of myself. Like it was just about like me knowing I was really cool, and then all these other influences kind of creating this entity, and going from there. And it's just like, yeah, I think that's like when Cool Boy first presented itself. It's just me thinking about all those different influences and then just tagging it, and then it just becoming Cool Boy 36 because I just wanted it to be a little bit different. And also like I saw like there was another brand called Cool Boy, I don't know, and it wasn't like anything like on some streetwear type thing or anything like that. It was completely different, but I still wanted my brand to be separate and different. And then the 36 was always my favorite number, so it's just like this unique thing that I added to it.
What's the reason behind like the favoritism behind 36?
I just always noticed it, and I think like it's just like growing up being into like, I don't know, I just noticed the number a lot. I remember noticing the number a lot, and then like I remember before I even noticed, the other way around. I noticed the number a lot, and then like when I got into like more hip hop, I noticed like Wu-Tang used like the 36 chambers, and I like really liked Wu-Tang Clan. So it was like all these like times where this number just like kept coming up in my life, whether I noticed it or like I heard it in a song or like I heard it from like Wu-Tang Clan and the 36 chambers and stuff like that. And it's just like, it just stuck with me.
Yeah.
And I think like also at the time, like, I don't know. I just got attached to the number, and I think it's just one of those like synchronicities that kept happening in life. And I was just like, this is my favorite number, so just throw it on the end of that. And it kind of also, I think at the time when I started, it was like, you know, it kind of just felt like a screen name too, like Cool Boy 36. And so it kind of referenced like the internet culture that I like became attached to like in my late teen years and through college and stuff like that too. So I'm not the best technical artist. I just think it's just like, I just kind of always wanted to like just create things how I see them, you know, and like just like get out the ideas in my head. And I think that was more important than like, that was always more, getting out the ideas in my head was always more important than how well I did it. And that's kind of my driving force. Like I definitely like went through a period in college where I like learned how to life draw, and like went through a period in high school where it's like I learned how to draw everything properly, and it's just, I never stuck with it. And it's just like kind of like either other art forms got in the way, or like me getting out the ideas as fast as possible was always more important. So I never, but I mean, anyone can learn the technical skill of drawing. No, seriously, you can with enough practice. It's just like having, for me, I think getting my ideas out and having my own style was always more important than that, you know.
Ooh, and you got the, yeah, these are clean. Oh yeah.
You got a little dent in the top here.
Oh yeah. Give me right. Thank you. Give me right. There we go. There it is.
Oh yeah.
There it is. Yeah. All right. Just a nice little touch, because I already know you was gonna rap.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, let me add a nice touch to it too. Let's do it. All right.
Cool.
Let me make sure we lock the door. How do you like your coffee, or like originally?
Like me?
Black coffee?
I mean, I drink a lot of lattes. So like I drink like lattes. I like a lot of milk. I like
milk?
espresso and a lot of milk. Like,
are you a dairy or non-dairy milker?
Dairy.
Ooh.
Whole milk.
Whole milk?
Yeah, I just get it straight up how it comes usually. Yeah. So.
What's your favorite kind of latte?
Just a normal latte. I just like it like no sweetener, nothing. Just like, if it's a good coffee, you don't need like a crazy latte.
Yeah.
You don't need like a crazy flavored latte.
Too much, right?
Yeah, too much.
I've been in like the dining industry for so long.
Yeah.
But then I had like a gap, right? To where I started working for like receptionist and scheduling and more of the admin side, right? What I will have to ask though is, what's the hype behind the matcha latte though?
The hype?
Yeah, what's the hype?
I think it's just like a meme thing, right? It's
You
just
think
like
so?
Yeah, it's just a meme thing. I mean, like matcha lattes have been like a thing for a while,
right?
And then it wasn't until like kind of like TikTok and Gen Z like caught on to it that it kind of became like a super popular thing.
Right.
But it's like, it's been kind of building for a long time. I
remember it's
like,
been there, you know?
Yeah, it's been there. But like, I don't think it's just like now it's just like matcha, Labubu, Dubai chocolate, 6-7. Like it's just all like reached critical mass with the memes and the TikToks and stuff like that.
Nah, that's a fact. Are we just like, it's like rice water?
Is it rice water?
It's not actually rice water.
No, it's like tea leaves ground up.
Yeah, but like texture though, not taste. Right?
Yeah.
But just how light it is.
Okay.
And how it, like, I actually like the flavor.
Yeah.
I'm only talking smack just because like a lot of kids that I'm like seeing every day, I can kind of tell they're just like, hey, I like this. Where we go? I don't even know.
You
go
up
through here?
Yeah, you go up through there.
Okay.
Yeah. Smells like fresh bread.
I love that smell, yo.
I know, right?
Early in the morning too, crispy.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Crispy.
What I want. Hey, how's it going?
Ah, damn. How you doing?
Oh.
I'm gonna get an almond croissant.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Can we, which muffin you want? It's on me.
Let me get the, appreciate you. Let me get the pumpkin chai mega muffin.
Pumpkin chai? Can we get the pumpkin chai mega muffin? And then an almond croissant, please? Both to go?
Get on the game, and that's when I can like really rest.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
It's been a while since I came here for a pastry, so.
Can I tell you a secret? Which
Yeah.
is not even a secret?
Yeah.
This is my first time here.
Really?
Yeah,
Ever?
ever.
Seriously?
I always walk past it. I only had it to go catering wise when I worked at Duke.
Did
But
you ever
I've
come-
never been here.
Did you ever come to like any of the Roundhouse events that we had here?
No. Only
Damn.
Roundhouse events that I've been to was the ones at Quarterhouse Arcade, and then prior to that, it was like, damn, what was the name of that venue y'all had it at?
Was it like a long time ago, like beginning?
Long time ago.
Did you come to the Shed ones?
Shed, yes,
Okay,
yes.
so like-
Well, old dude, because the owner had glasses, right?
Yeah, Daniel.
Yes,
yeah,
Daniel.
So that was like first year,
Yeah,
second year.
that's when
Type-
I was
type.
like in there.
Yeah.
As far as like the wave,
Yeah,
I didn't like when y'all came to Ninth Street Bakery.
yeah.
That's when like I was trying to figure out my whole, like, okay, who's Canvas Leonardo? Where do I
yeah.
want to go with it? How am I
Yeah.
gonna do it? So,
Yeah.
we can go over here.
All right,
We can cut
cool.
through here. But yeah, man, I be trying to figure it out. So, I gotta ask you a question.
Yeah, what's up?
I be forgetting like where we're at in life. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
just how long we've been doing this shit, because we
Yeah,
just
yeah.
do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
How long have you been here in Durham as a whole?
As a Durham as a whole, I've been here since like early 2012. I started doing stuff as Cool Boy in 2013. So I've been doing it for like, I've been doing the art thing here for like 12 years.
Y'all are fine.
And then like been here for like 13. So
13?
yeah, almost
Nice.
14. So yeah,
Sheesh.
yeah.
So like, coming into it, how would you describe Durham when you first kind of got into the scene, yo?
It was desolate. Like there was not really anything going on. Like I think like I remember I was like doing flyers for this, like I was like doing commission work flyers, and I was doing like my weird graphic design thing with like a word processing program and stuff like that, and using just doing what I wanted to artistically.
The freedom.
And then just like, I don't know, I was working with this promoter who like was really bad at paying me, so it's just like I just kind of did whatever I wanted.
I had to learn.
Yeah. And like that was like pretty much all that was going on. It was like my friends' bands would play occasionally, and then like things didn't really start. I feel like the scene didn't really start to develop here until like 2014 and stuff like that. Like
I
I
agree.
think things started to come along around then. But yeah, it was pretty desolate like the first few years.
You remember when downtown used to be like dead as fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm talking about tumbleweeds
Yeah.
will go through downtown. Like, it got to the point where skateboarders, the whole downtown was their playground at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I remember that.
crazy.
And I think like, I remember, yeah, like when like closer to like 9th Street and
Yeah.
like further down Main Street towards like where James Joyce's and stuff like that, like that's where people went out to, you know?
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, so.
And that Sprite now, not Sprite, but the Sprite. And that spot over there, like the Bright Leaf Hub.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like that was the spot. you
Yeah,
know?
it was.
Um,
Damn. So what would you say, like, because then back then we had the Daniels, we had the Sheds, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What has changed from then? Because we had people. Oh, we ain't
sorry.
even got it, boss.
I'm sorry, not today.
Sorry, man. But having the Daniels, having the Sheds, right? Like,
Yeah.
what do you feel like has changed now? Because we're missing that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, we have people who have venues now.
Yeah.
Who used to be like the artists back in the day.
Yeah.
Who's now the business owners. But
Yeah.
like, what would you say has transpired from then and now with that when it comes to venues and ownership here in Durham?
I
with
think,
the
like,
creative scene?
I think like when I think of like the DIY era in Durham and like when there was like things like the unexposed space or like things like the shed and stuff like that, we're talking about like 2015, 2016, 2017, right?
Right.
And it's like, and that's also when like Moog Fest was coming here trying to like get a piece of the action and stuff like that, like the blooming scene that was happening here.
Yeah.
So I think like the tech and pharmaceutical industry kind of just like moved a little bit too fast in the background while we were kind of just like enjoying things being cheap and fun.
Yeah.
And then like it's harder and harder to like for DIY spaces to exist because you kind of have to have like a business plan that will work in order to just like survive like your first month
and adapt.
Yeah. So I think that's like really the real difference, you know. And like, you know, just things are just more expensive now. Everything's more expensive now.
Fact.
We had like a little bit of like a resurgence of stuff like right after pandemic, but then like reality kind of set in, and it's kind of been setting in for the last few years. And
for
like,
everybody.
Yeah, for everybody. You know. But yeah, it's just I think that's just the long and short answer is that like I think there was just too many like price affecting factors for cost of living happening in the background of like all this like cool DIY and like arts and like music stuff happening at the same time, you know?
Yeah. When you're in it, it's hard because there's so much you want to do to help change it. But when you're in it, it's only but so much that you can do because you're already doing what it is that you do.
Yeah.
So it's like, how do I channel these creative tendencies to not only take care of self, but also take care of my community or wherever I'm at, wherever what's around. And that's why I wanted to ask that because you got to see a lot of changes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even speaking of the changes, one specific collective that I wanted to ask you about personally was Roundhouse.
Yeah.
That was like the first collective I've seen personally around here.
Yeah.
Kind of like give the blueprint of just curation. You know what I mean? And it was just what I loved about it. You just had people who came together and said, hey, we have these skill sets. How do we help each other get to where we need to go?
Yeah.
But from your perspective of actually being in it, because, you know, I'm only outside looking in, right? But being in it, how was that at that time for you?
So I guess I'll just like, the easiest way I know how to answer that is just kind of like how to like start from how it was like created. So I remember back like 20, I think it was like late 2015, something like that, or early 2016. I met Nick Wallhauser for the first time, Gappa for the first time in front of Motorco, and I was hanging out with Randy. I'd known Randy Trandle for a while. And we were just talking about like, man, like we'd like more like, you know, beat shows or like electronic music shows or like something like that. We want that to happen. And then like, I think it was like a week later or something like that, Randy had a release party up in my studio.
Wow.
For his record, one of his records, like one of his earlier tapes, and Nick was up there. A bunch of other people were up there, but like I think that series of events kind of just like led to that. It was just like it's just like we need this to happen. We want this to happen. And like so we just started. And I was talking about like, hey, I'm starting to mess with like VHS video art, and like so it's like I can do visuals. We can figure that out, and it's just like kind of all the things like kind of culminated, you know, and they kind of just happened from there. But yeah, like it was like a thing of we just wanted something to happen, and needed something to happen, and just had the ability to do it. And like, we'd gone to, that's another part, we'd gone to like a Moog Fest event that was at the Shed, and we're like, we love this space.
And that's how that came about.
Yeah, and that's how that came about. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's just like all those things kind of culminating, really. Yeah. Yeah.
Just being persistent with it, and just keeping at it.
And then we just kept at it, and we kept doing it. We were having fun, and then we released a tape. Then a year later we decided to start a record label, and then it's just kind of all went from there. And I did a lot of the art, did a lot of the merch, stuff like that. So it's just like a way for me to like kind of separate what I was doing for my own art and separate and like do something that was like designing a brand, you know, and kind of curating a brand and this thing.
So fast forward to now. How would you say After Office Hours came about?
So After Office Hours was kind of just like, me and Diso had like, I think like a year prior, like thrown a pop-up up at my studio space. And I was just like, you know, I kind of want to do like a community event and also like have like a space available for people to come buy stuff if they want to. And I just talked to Diso and we were like, yeah, let's just like have it be this thing where people come up, hang out, do a pop-up and, you know, have some supplies out for people to draw. Then like a few months later, Diso brought like an Uno deck. Then the Uno deck kept getting added on to. And I think like early on I had like some friends come up and DJ too. Like I had friends come up and DJ. I was using the studio speakers that were in my studio that Patrick had left there. And just like kind of like I just wanted it to be like a third space, because I think like when I first started it I was sober. Then there was a period of time where I wasn't sober, or off alcohol. I wasn't sober, and then like I think having this space available has allowed me to get back to sobriety and stuff like that too. So which is interesting. Side tangent kind of a little bit, but anyway. So that was like the point of the event. The point of this event was like have a space that's not the bars, that like people, if they want to drink they can, if they don't want to drink they don't have to, and that there's something else to do other than like being at a bar and drinking, you know, and like there's some sort of creative aspect to it, and maybe I can sell some clothes too, and that's like kind of the whole goal of it, you know, initially.
Now, how long you been going at it?
So it's like 3 years. It's like 3 years. Nearly 3 years in a month. Because we started like mid-October 3 years ago.
Wow.
So I've been going through 3 years. It's been great.
Come on, man.
I don't know how long we'll keep doing it, but I know that like I'm proud of myself for creating this community space and like helping, with Diso's help, and you know, continuing to, you know, I've been making a flyer every week for the last 3 years, and like that's been a good design practice for me.
For sure.
And so it's like there's a lot to be proud of, and there's a lot to be grateful for this space. But
curation is a byproduct of your creativity, right? So like when it comes to just your media art or digital media art, or even just your like painting and just things of that nature, does that apply into that world as well?
Yeah, I think so. I think like there's like, I think anytime an artist creates art, myself included, it's like it does have to do with that inner world, and it does have to do with like accountability in situations that you deal with, and like things that you want to see. I think all of it's tied in, and I think my work is like incredibly personal. So it's like, you know, there is elements of like what I experience in like spaces that kind of cause me to like create new spaces and create new works based on those spaces and stuff like that.
And even considering the fact that those spaces that's created, right, to where to have the ability to create shit that can last without you. Right? Like for you to be able to walk away and just say, hey, like, you know, it can kind of be its own thing. It's powerful. Because a lot of the times as creatives, when we have that attachment to that inner world, there's still that attachment to what it is what we create. Right? So being able like to have your creations not only fulfill you and yourself and your needs, but to be able to free it to where other people can enjoy it, other
Yeah.
people can be a part of it, other people can even help manage it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
That's a
Absolutely.
powerful thing, man, and I don't think you should take that lightly, bro.
Yeah,
You really, I gotta say, you really paved the lane that's yours.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just off of the things you went through, off of the things you learned.
Yeah.
And what I wanted to ask you specifically, how do you feel about the scene of Durham as a whole now?
Right now? Okay. So there's certain aspects I really, really enjoy, but then there's others where I feel like it's like kind of the same thing happening every weekend.
Yeah.
And like that's like kind of my frustration with it. And it's like I guess that's it's like I'm not trying to throw shade because like at the same time like it's like I'm not out there curating anything anymore. So I'm not doing anything about it. Roundhouse isn't around anymore. But at the same time it's like it's dance and like there's different themed dance parties. It's a very big DJ scene and I have friends in that and I support it.
Yeah.
But at the same time it is like I've heard this even from DJs. Like it's like it is just kind of DJ parties every weekend. And like we have like our touring shows that come to like Motor Co. or come to the Fruit, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean it's bars, it's the bars, and then there's like the occasional local shows, and then like our DJ shows every weekend, and that's like kind of like the thing. And then there's like the art scene here. It's like there's pop-up markets and stuff like that, but it's like all kind of samey. But I think that's like just like I think that's generally just how things are now.
Yeah.
Like honestly, I think there's just like
You think that's what the market wants?
this homogenized like culture that we're living in America, and I think like in the smaller places and smaller cities, you're gonna see that the most.
Yeah. Because nobody doesn't know what to like support or believe in, so they have to go with the homogenized version of it.
Yeah,
Where
exactly.
it's like, oh, I don't have to think about it, so
Well, and people's bottom lines too. It's like, what's going to make
Yeah.
me money? Like, because times are tough. I need to make money on this weekend. You
That's
know.
true.
Because like that's another thing too. It's like there are shows during the weekday, but it like really seems like it's like Thursday through Sunday or Thursday through Saturday really is like the time to make money.
Yeah.
And that's like it. You know.
True. True.
It's just hard to get people out any other time of day, especially as we're going into the cold season. You know? Yeah. So I mean, I like some aspects of it, but like I can't go to everything. I don't really have a feeling like I had in like 2017, 2018, where it's like I had to go to everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or like even the early 20s where I was like, like 21, late 21, 22, where it's like I have to be at everything. I don't have that feeling anymore.
You kind of get overwhelmed now.
Yeah.
You're like, it's too much sometimes.
It's too much, and then it's also, it feels like there's all these choices that are still just kind of a lack of choice.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Elaborate. I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
But elaborate for those who are watching.
So there'll be like
listening.
5 dance parties on a Saturday night.
Yeah.
And it's like, I kind of want to go to all of them, so I just like kind of don't go to any of them. So that's like kind of like where I'm at.
My exact dilemma.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Nah, that's crazy. It's just hard to like keep up with everything.
Yeah.
But at least we at that point. I'd rather have too much shit than when we were coming up. It was really nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel like that's where the creativity and just the pioneering comes from is that nothingness. You know what I mean?
Yeah, until like 2016, 2017, there wasn't really anything going on.
Yeah.
Or if it was like I said, I would do like shows, like event flyers for like my friends' bands and like stuff like that. And it'd be like just local shows over and over again. So,
Exactly. And Raleigh was kind of like the go-to.
Yeah.
When it comes to having the name, right?
Yeah.
And everything coming about,
Yeah.
describe in 3 words the feeling you felt when it finally came about, as far as I'm calling this Cool Boy 36, and like you kind of just made a decision and stood on it. Describe that feeling in 3 words at that time when you've finally said, yep, this is what I'm doing.
I mean, just really, I'm gonna do into a phrase like I'm doing this. Like that's that was it, you know? It's just, I think, and it's that because specifically, like, I think when I came up with the idea for the brand name and everything, and I, like, wanted friends of mine that I was, like, living with to, like, help me create logos and stuff like that. And I was still shaky on the name and everything like that, and I don't think I really decided till I got my first shirts printed, till I locked in on my own design.
Yeah.
Because I was waiting on them, and, you know, they were, like, kind of, you know, BSing a little bit, and I was like, why am I, I can do art, I can do this, and then I was like, I'm doing this, and it was just like, I'm doing this, and I'm gonna do it my way, and I'm gonna do it by myself, and like, I think it was just like, I locked in on the name of the brand, and I just wanted to like do it, and then eventually, like, you know, it was just a brand, and then it kind of became me, so but. Yeah, it just felt right. It felt right. Yeah.
One thing that stood out to me on what you said was venturing off, working with other people and things not working out sometimes.
Yeah.
As long as, you know what I'm saying, you've been at this, I can only imagine the lessons and experiences from that side. I kind of want to talk about like that side as well, right? Because we were able to cover the good and the lore of what was happening prior to, right? But I also want to give them that real of the lessons that are learned when sometimes we spread ourselves too thin, right? So what would you say was your biggest lesson in just being able to venture out into the community and be of value, right? But also know how to set your boundaries while working with others. How do you balance that?
I think it's just like, you kind of know that like you're only willing to like, you kind of have to set yourself up in a way where it's like, if you're working with somebody and they're not, and it may seem like they may not give back what you're putting out, like only put out as much as you can, like don't overextend yourself.
Right.
Like I feel like there's so many collaborations where I've like overextended myself.
Yeah.
And then like the other person just falls off. And it's like, okay, I put in all this work. But then like, I don't know, I think recently I've like kind of like just discovered it's like, I create a platform, I allow you to show up, you have all these ideas, I'm not acting on these ideas until like these other things start happening. So for instance, like, you know, we have a meeting, you miss the meeting every week. And then it's like, you're talking like, oh, these big plans, I'm not going to follow through on my end of the plans till you can start showing up to the meetings every week. So you just like kind of have to set up like, it's not like, I don't like, they're kind of little tests.
Yeah.
But it's also just like me feeling out my comfortability with wanting to put in my effort, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, if the person can't just like, because I mean, that's the thing. It's like, if we can't have these meetings every week, if we can't talk every week and like go over the materials, look at different stuff together.
Yeah.
I mean, for me personally, I work better being in the same room as someone. And it's like, if you live in the same city as me and you have this same amount of responsibilities I have, why can't we both make time for this? And so I'm just like, my whole thing is I just want to be on the same wavelength with someone and make sure they're on the same wavelength before I invest too much of myself into that project.
Yeah.
And that's like really kind of what I've figured out. Because a lot of times, like I said, I would overextend myself and then I'm like, I'm doing all this work, things fizzle out. And it's like, nope, meet you halfway.
Yeah.
Need to see your effort first. Because I know I'm going to put in my effort. And that's kind of where I'm at with it now.
Yeah. Standing on it.
Yeah.
For sure. It's very important, man. Especially just when you have the heart that you do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like continuously it's easy to get, because you can't help but not be emotional when it comes to it. And another question, what I wanted to ask based upon, you know, your experience and for people who's out there tuning in, how do you balance your integrity as a creative but still navigating through capitalism, right? So I'll give an example. how do you still maintain your integrity within your artistry and your creativity, but still find ways to make a living?
I mean, I think for me, like, I think I had to look at it from the perspective of, you know, for a while I didn't work a job and I just worked as a creative full time. And I think for me, my integrity got to be more important. And so I got a job.
Yeah.
And like, I was like, I need to work a job because I can't keep dropping my prices on these pieces of art that like took me this amount of time.
Yeah.
And like, that's where I'm at with it now. It's like, I'll hold on to everything.
Yeah.
I'm not dropping my prices. I'll hold on to everything. I'll wait till I can go to a place where they will spend more money and I'll sell it there. Because it's like, I can't continue to just drop my prices over and over again.
Yeah.
Put in this amount of time especially when I have a job.
Right.
And it's like, so I have an even more limited time to create. So it's like, I'll find the way to make the money another way. And that's like kind of like where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
And then just like look for more opportunities and kind of just like keep my head up and keep trying to like push it for what I think it is. I think so many people put hours and hours and hours into their creative craft and then they just like end up just giving it away. And at a certain point, yeah, you should give it away. You should give it away to people you like or care about and stuff like that. And you should gift art and stuff like that. But like when it's something you pour this amount of time or an effort and money into, like I think you just need to like find more avenues to like push stuff. If like the people aren't feeling it around you, there's someone who's gonna feel it somewhere else. And like you just have to like continue to like put yourself out there and find and try new things, try different things, you know. Not to say that I won't discount stuff, like I'm running a sale right now, like for the drop that I just did, but you know, that's, you know, that's more of an appreciation type thing and like a promotional type thing. But
for sure.
But yeah, like as a general thing, I think I've learned that like I've given my, like more or less given my stuff away or just sold it at cost for such a long time because of just like this need to get rid of it. And like now I'm like at a point where it's like, okay, I actually like having a big back stock of stuff and I don't need to get rid of it as fast anymore.
For sure. For sure. And I like what you said about the discount being genuine.
Yeah.
I think that's a lost art nowadays, right?
Yeah.
To where a lot of people, you can't beat around the bush as far as with this creative shit, the business side of it.
Yeah.
So a lot of the times when how people move, they move because they have something out, so their intent is to promote the product.
Yeah.
When a lot of the times it's kind of like, it's disingenuous at that point.
Yeah.
But the fact that you said like, hey, the discount that I'm doing is more so of an appreciation, it's felt, which makes people feel more compelled to want to not only support, but if not spend more.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? So shout out to you for that, man, because I feel like that's a lost art within itself, and that's something we need more of. It's just genuine art when it comes to this shit. So.
Yeah.
Piggyback off of our conversation before, man.
Yeah.
I know it is a little glimpse of all that it is that you do.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about the creative medium within the VHS lane, man.
Okay.
First of all, how does that come about? Like, what happened to make you say, let me do this?
The VHS thing was like, so I had been collecting VHS tapes for like 2 years prior, and I kind of like stumbled upon like these independent releasing companies that were like dropping like VHS video mixtapes. And I was like, I kind of want to get into this like very DIY like form of like editing video, like just like splicing clips together, using different like old VHS mixers, using like glitch tools, stuff like that. And so I think for me, it was just like this like weird alignment of like meeting up with the people that I eventually ended up starting Roundhouse with, and kind of my passions like kind of just aligning, you know. It's like so it's like, oh, I have this opportunity to make video mixtapes that were like meant to be projected, so I don't have to like necessarily figure out a release plan for all these things, you know,
Right.
because I can still like focus on my releases for my clothes, and then I can like show my video art as I'm working on it
Yeah.
through this event space. And that's like, it just kind of all culminated at the same time. It was like this divine intervention type thing.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, so it was just like a matter of, yeah, just like, once again, things working out in this like really synchronistic type way, like this kind of almost like this is meant to be type thing.
Yeah. So speaking of the synchronistic moments of this being meant to be,
Yeah.
I know off camera we was talking about it briefly. We don't necessarily have to go into the detail of what we were saying,
Yeah.
but how do you deal with those moments to where it's the opposite, you know?
It's
to
like
where
that.
sometimes your expectations may be a little bit high, right?
Yeah.
With due reasoning, but then of course when things may happen, the expectations aren't met. So how do you deal with those moments?
I think it's just like, I think I used to get like super, super frustrated about it and like kind of stay in that space.
Yeah.
But I kind of have come to realize it doesn't really like benefit me at all to do that.
Right.
So I kind of just, I try to just like fight myself a little bit and be like, okay, it's not going to be like this forever. 1, 2, like, you just need to like pivot and try something new. And that's like, I think like, that's like the like 2 things I try to tell myself now.
Right.
Because it's like, I mean, even like, and this is like a really recent development for me, because even as you know, far back as like a few months ago, I would get like way too caught up in that feeling.
Yeah.
So I think now it's just like I said, like a matter of just like telling myself, it's like, there is a place to pivot to.
Right.
You need to make a change,
Yeah.
and you need to put yourself out in a different way and remain positive. And it's like, that's the kind of like what I have to tell myself now
Yeah.
when things don't work out.
Yeah.
And that's the only way I can stay sane and not just like, and I still like have like those moments where I feel like I'm like losing it and I'm about to like crash out.
For
and,
sure.
like, and stuff like that. But it's like,
For
I
sure.
kind of try to just like recognize that feeling and be like, I don't need to stay stuck in that feeling. So yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely one of those things where you just kind of learn over time
Yeah, absolutely.
of just trial and error, you know?
Yeah.
And there's a level of acceptance that comes with it, because it's
Yeah.
like you figure out, wait, I might not ever figure out the answer,
Yeah.
but sometimes that curiosity is enough
Yeah.
to just keep going and to understand, hey, although I may not have the answers and things may not be where I want them to be,
Yeah.
it's a level of faith
Yeah.
that has to be had, you know what I mean? So,
Absolutely.
for sure, man. It's a beautiful thing. So I got this random segment I just came up with, literally this segment, or this second.
Yeah.
It's called This or That.
Yeah.
It's been done before, so it's not like it's anything new. So I'm just gonna ask you questions,
Okay.
and you're gonna choose this or that.
Okay. Sounds
You
good.
ready?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Black sheep or a goat?
Black sheep.
Why is that?
I think I just feel more tied to that. I feel like, also like, what was the like, I saw somebody say this the other day, like on like, it was like a reel I saw on Instagram, but it was like, the black sheep becomes the goat. So you can only become the goat if you start from the genesis of the black sheep. You have to stand out before you can stand above.
Wow. Wow.
And I truly believe that. So it's like, you can't, it's like a chicken or the egg type thing, but it's like, I know the start. You know, it's like, we don't know if this is the chicken or egg came first, but we know the goat comes from the black sheep. Like, I feel like I believe that, and that's the truth. So I have to pick the black sheep because the goat's not possible without being the black sheep.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, so I'm about to come up with a crazy scenario right now.
Yeah.
Coney Island, you know the Warriors?
Yeah, yeah.
So let's say the Warriors weren't there. The Warriors left. The Warriors say, you know what? We're going to have 2 groups come together and fight on site.
Yeah.
So the 2 groups that are going to come together to fight on site is the Power Rangers or Ninja Mutant Turtles. Who you got and why?
I think I got Power Rangers all day.
Why is that?
They got the Zords.
Damn.
I think it's just like,
Damn.
like they have like power to, like, if you think about it, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they battled Ivan Ooze. No, wait, no, that's Power Rangers. Never mind. Yeah, Ninja Turtles never battled anything that didn't come from this world.
That's true.
Power Rangers were battling something that didn't come from this world on the regular.
All the time.
Yeah, it's like the Goku versus Superman thing, and it's like I think I go Goku because it's like Goku was like Superman, pretty much his power is only really, like we don't know like what his power level was compared to like someone like Goku, because Goku could be perceived as like immortal by like other people too, by other superheroes in that same universe too. But Goku was battling like people from other planets on the regular.
Wow.
You know, I think it's just a matter of like what you see them tested up against.
That's true. And just the challenges.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. So yeah, it's got to be Power Rangers.
Power Rangers?
Because yeah, they're just battling stuff from other universes all the time.
I rock with that.
Yeah.
Okay. So one thing I've noticed with you is that music plays a huge aspect in things that you do.
Yeah.
Right? So I know we was doing the this or that aspect, but what I wanted to ask specifically was, how is that for you as far as just your experience with music, you know? Like how we were talking about Young Blaine and there, how you started off with watercolors. What genre of music did you start off with and kind of venture your way out from there?
When I was a kid, I don't really remember. I remember like my first like foray into music is when I was younger, I think I saw like some stuff on MTV2. I think I saw like some hip hop videos on MTV2, and I also saw, oh no wait, earlier than that, I used to come home from school every day and I would watch two things. I would watch BET Rap City, The Basement.
Wake It Up.
And then like I would watch TRL.
Ooh.
So that was my exposure. And when TRL was on, it was like a weird mix of like pop music and then like new metal. Like that's what was on TRL. So it's like I was like watching pop, new metal, and then like hip hop. And that's like, and I think like when Rap City was on, it was like, I think like Gravel Pit by Wu-Tang came out, and like a lot of, and like some of the, I think the camera, I think I might have like seen clips of like the Cameron freestyle on Rap City and stuff like that.
Ludacris was doing his thing.
Yeah, Ludacris was doing his thing.
Bow Wow was popping.
Yeah. And so it's like, that's like kind of my genesis for music. And then as I got older, like into my late teen years, I like was watching MTV2 and they would play like underground rap videos and like late at night on this, I think it was this show called Subterranean, and then like indie rock music. And so I like started to gravitate more towards that, and then I like wanted a place to talk about it, so I went to the internet. And I met a bunch of other people on the internet who wanted to talk about underground music and indie music, and then I kind of just like discovered stuff from there. So it was just this, it was always something that guided me.
Radio artists playlist are you choosing for those 3 hours to get through?
So like so I'm choosing like a playlist like based on an artist?
Yep.
For 3 hours?
For 3 hours. You just like, they come and pick you up, scoop, drop you off on this island.
I mean,
and you just like, yo.
Whatever I'm feeling at the time, really, because 3 hours isn't that much time. I probably just, I don't know, can I base it off like my own, like, no, I guess I'd have to just choose one artist. God.
This is not a sheet, by the way.
I think like Aphex Twin or something like that.
Ooh.
Aphex Twin, I think I would get like the most variation from Aphex Twin Radio. But there is a chance it could just go to the like just straight up EDM. But I think like I just give it a shot with the Aphex Twin Radio.
Word.
Yeah. I think that's like a good starting point for sure.
That's valid.
Yeah.
I could rock with that. I think for like a 3-hour random island trip, getting picked up on the helicopter, is definitely like a Boards of Canada, Radiohead kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Because you need the space to kind of think and be creative, but also create your own worlds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For sure. I agree. All right, so we going back to this or that.
Okay.
Laser tag or go-karts?
Go-karts.
Why?
I don't know. I used to have a moped, like one of the old school ones that like kind of kick-started like a bike.
Yeah.
And just like going like 30, 40 miles an hour on like a rickety vehicle is like so freeing and fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. So if it's like a go-kart that can go like 30, 40 miles an hour, like, yeah, I want that feeling back. Because I miss that feeling. And you know, I played a bunch of laser tag when I was a kid. I'm not the best at it. So it's like, yeah, go-karts, absolutely.
Go-karts.
I'm also just like more of like a Mario Kart person in general than like a shooter game. Like if I play a competitive game online, I like a little racing game. I don't like the shooters as much. So I think like that's like also why.
What's your go-to system as a when it comes to video games?
Right now, Switch.
Switch?
Yeah, because I mean, that Switch or my PlayStation 1. I have a PlayStation 1. I have a Click collection. I have a big PS2 collection too, but I think like Nintendo Switch is like definitely like I've been feeling that more recently. I got like the Nintendo Switch Online thing, so I can play like the old Super Nintendo games, the Game Boy Advance games, all that kind of stuff, and yeah. And then it's like a lot of the indie games I like are ported to that system too, so it's just like easy on the go. I can play a lot of the games I like.
Would you say the feeling that you get from creating and then the feeling that you play video games are the same or different?
Way different.
How would you describe it?
I think I am more hard on myself about video games than I am on myself about my art.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, elaborate.
Like, in a negative way. I think I'm hard on myself in a good way about my art.
Right.
Like, I think I challenge myself in a good way about my art, but I think like the video games thing, it's like, I can be doing well, and then as soon as I do badly, like, I don't like that. Whereas like with art, it's like, it's easier for me to take the L's.
Wow.
Yeah, because that's like, I feel like I actually am learning something from the L's with art, whereas like with the L's in video games, it's like, you learn something, but you don't kind of feel it the same way.
Right. But and also with the practicality, you kind of are aware of the consequences as well. Versus like creating to where you can kind of, like how we were saying with the permanent mediums.
Yeah.
And when you mess up, you just play it off or kind of draw over.
Yeah.
Versus like failing the level or the game being over.
Yeah.
In a sense. I like that. So, I think we went from like Black Sheep to Emperor's New Groove. Like, Cusco. This is crazy. I don't even know what to describe this. Because I knew I messed up once I started on the ears. Like, look at this.
I kind of like it though.
What is that though?
It's not a sheep.
But I think a caricature for sure.
Yeah.
Just not the sheep.
This is what I got. This is my sheep.